Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna react to not one, but two incredible singers. A couple of months ago, a clip went viral, which was a cover of Rewrite at the Stars, which is an incredibly beautiful song. And it was between Lee SUHYUN and none other than DO. Lee SUHYUN from AKMU. I made a Dingo performance reaction a couple of months ago to AKMU. Adored her so much. I have never seen this amount of people obsessed, not even with the full cover. It was just a snippet of the song. So I think we were heard because we just got a studio version of this, and I'm so excited because this really rarely happens, and this should be the full song. So let's go. Okay, let's go. Oh my god.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, but fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny?
Okay, before we're gonna get to the first Rewrite the Stars, right? From the get-go, you can really enjoy his tonal quality. It's so pretty. It's a very soft start, and specifically if you're starting a cappella, which means that you're starting with no music, you want to deliver through your voice. He's not dragging the notes, it's very short, so it has a little bit of that conversational style. But I want you to notice how in the first half, he is going very light, and in the second half of this kind of short introduction, when the instrumental kicks in, he starts to let his chest resonance come through a little bit more, and you can absolutely hear that depth from his chest. Okay, let's go.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide. I know you want me, so don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, but fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach.
You can hear it.
But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You'd be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be yours tonight.
Damn, I love his approach to those higher notes on Rewrite. Why don't we rewrite the stars? Instead of going rewrite the stars, so belting it, which would be a little bit fuller, he's going into a little bit of a higher placement. Rewrite the stars, rewrite the stars, which is not making the sound maybe bigger, but it is very nicely leveled actually to his chest register there. So it's really faint difference in the tonal quality, even though he's more in his higher mix there. But I know that he is saving that bigger sound for the later choruses, and it was very nicely done. This is interesting to see with a very experienced singers that they can make their registers sound very different, and you can definitely tell them apart if you want to. And for example, Baekhyun in his recent comeback, Pineapple Slice, is making his registers like obviously different. He wants to play with a different sound. But then, for example, in this case, he wants it to blend beautifully. So you almost cannot tell where he is switching. It's very fluent. It's very consistent. So this is like a sign of a really good singer.
You think it's easy. You think I don't want to run to you, but they're romantic.
Oh, I love that little fry.
And walls that we can't walk through. I know you're wondering why, because we able to be just you and me. But
this is very low. Be just you and me. And look how she handled that. It's on the very edge of her register. And this is what I tell also my singers. If you are very low and you cannot actually move up, or you cannot just, you cannot adjust the range of the song for some reason, the low tones, don't push them. It's gonna sound very pushed and very strange. So just really lighten that up as much air as you can do. And you can hear her doing it here.
because we able to be just you and me.
Just you and me. Just you and me. So very light, airy low tone, almost just a tap on the low tone.
Within this was, but when we go outside, we're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can we say you'll be mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. When everyone tells us what we can be, how can we rewrite the stars? Say that the world can be ours tonight. All I want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm almost getting emotional. It's such a gorgeous duet, and having a luck of finding two voices like this, because I think they were born for this. Sometimes you find a song and the voice just incredibly matches. It's like a destiny. And these two people are matching for it so beautifully. It's really, really cool to see her voice, which is very, very bright, very positive, very like stereotypically like girly, pretty, gorgeous, but she's not trying to lighten it up. It's her natural quality. And it was really pretty to see how she handled the really low tones, because it was really right on the edge of the register, and she did it with so much elegance and with so much skill. So you felt like she was losing absolutely no brightness in her voice, even though she was so low in her register. Also very lightweight chorus. She was not going full in whatsoever, but those high tones were almost whimsical. She just tapped them very tiny little bit. She also did like one little melodic change there, which I think was really cute because... Okay.
Tonight, all I want is to fly with you. All I want is to fall with you. So just give me all of you.
It feels impossible. Is it impossible? Say that it's possible. How do we?
Okay, God, I didn't know I'm gonna get like so into it. Okay, I kind of knew. I just didn't know how much. All right, let me just go through this very, very quickly because I do not want to stop too much. So in this duet, it's super important, specifically in this part, that the men's voice is creating quite a lot of bass. You want a lot of chest resonance there. So a little bit of a fullness, but not too much that you would cover that really bright female voice that is there, and it's whimsical, it's quite high. She also has to give it a little bit of a weight. It cannot just be no, not just that. We cannot go so small. She also has to give it a little bit of a fullness, but maintain the brightness of the voice as much as possible, because she has to cut through his voice and create that kind of shimmery line on top of his voice. And his voice has to create enough of the bass and fullness so her voice can stand out, but not overpower her. It's very, 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 thin balance. It's really hard to balance it beautifully out. And they are doing just such an amazing job with so much like minimal input, because this is a studio recording. Granted, it is post-produced, but it still has a very bare sound.
World can be ours tonight. All I want is to fly with you. All I want is to
Her part in this was so pretty. You can see that she's holding her ear a little bit. This is very high in her mix. You think it's possible? You think it's possible? You have to create a lot of pressure for... She doesn't want to go necessarily fully into her head voice. So if she wants to keep it in her head mix, she has to kind of compress it a little bit down. Let's hear it one more time. Look at him belting too. I just wanted to point that one out because you can see how much movement he has in his lower jaw. Her mouth is quite covered, which is a pity because I cannot show you more. But look at him and his jaw movement. He's really utilizing as much space as he can to create. It's exposing his front teeth. So all those belts beautifully supported. You can also see almost on his body movement how every belt, you can see how whole body is having input in that sound. Okay.
It's up to you and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. And why don't we rewrite the stars, changing the world to be yours.
Changing the world to be yours. It's such a pretty change. Changing the world to be. Oh, she had a couple of like little melodic changes that were so pretty.
We get to be.
It's just creative.
Why don't we rewrite the stars, changing the world to be yours.
So pretty. You could even go a third voice about it. Changing the world to be yours.
You know I want you. It's not a secret I try to hide, but I can't have you. We're born to break and my hands are tied.
She did a little bit of a change there. Are tied. It would be the normal melody, the original are tied, but it was a very low tone. So she did the decision to flip it. Are tied, are tied. So she went through that upper way because she knows that this is without instrumental. This is an outro. It's gonna be hyper focused on her voice. She didn't want to drawn it into that low tone, so she did a little bit of a flip. Are tied. Oh my god, beautiful intro from him. If you look at his intro and her outro, so skillful. They are not whispering, they are not mixing overtly amount of air. Of course, they are softening it through air a little bit, but there's still a lot of clean tone because they do have control over the volume of their clean tone, which is a lot of people cannot do. Which you notice, like people, if they want to go really lightweight, they just mix tons and tons of air needlessly, and it sounds like whispering, you know? It's really difficult to control your clean tone, and they did it so nicely. Like the whole thing is just a galore of a great technique and two incredible singers, but at the end of the day, it's just such a lucky match. Such a lucky match. I cannot even exaggerate that enough because everything from tone qualities to how much they are mindful of each other's voice and how beautiful of a balance they managed to keep. I don't know. I have to say that I love original, but I probably love this more. So I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here's the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here are the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.